What's going on? What's going on? This is Frenchie Rose, and we here with another episode of the Black Wall Street Podcast. And listen, the Black Wall Street Podcast is here to rebuild Black Wall Street one entrepreneur at a time. And today, I'm here with a special guest, Mr. Ant Mack. What's going on, brother?
Oh, man, pleasure to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Listen, the reason that you're being here is because you have a lot of things going on, and you have a lot of things that have been going on for quite some time, but you've been keeping that lid.
Hey, man, I'm just doing the same thing you doing.
Right.
Man, you got Five Guys Digital, NBA Studios, Black Wall Street Podcast. You know what I mean? Katika, like all these things going on. Like you gotta have multiple entrepreneur ideas to make a way and pave a way for people like us.
Facts. So listen, why don't you take us back, man, to your back in your heydays, man. Like, let's start from the beginning. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Ant Mack 215. I started out as a rapper. You know, that was my passion. Okay. And that led to a life of crime, which, you know, as you know, my background got me a stint to end up doing 11 years in prison. But prior to that, just a regular kid, man, just trying to survive in the streets of Philadelphia. You know, I was raised around the corner from where we at now, 22nd and Lehigh. Then I moved uptown, Broad Island.
Okay.
And that's where I really figured I wanted to be a rapper.
Shout out to the Ozone.
I mean, I started a group called True Action, and we was popping like around 98, 99, like when Philly just started taking off.
Okay.
Cassidy's and all that. Everybody wanted to come and battle me. Like, I was.
You was that bull. Nice. Still that bull. Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, I'm saying, but back then, you know, just like that was the battlegrounds. Everybody come up to Broad Island after high school looking for wreck. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Whether it was dance battles or rap battles. But I was like the guy you had to go against to see if you was worth any good. And also, you know, that led to a life of crime because I didn't have old heads like other rappers to fund.
Right, what you had going on, yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt as though, let me sell some drugs to fund my music career, which was stupid. Looking back at it now, you know what I'm saying? Could have got a job and did it.
But what did we know back then?
We ain't know nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know, you don't have a lot of people giving you options to make other routes to make income. That you know what I'm saying? Yes. Most of the people we look up to, that's what they was doing, selling drugs, stealing, robbing. And I just picked that sport. Criminology.
Facts. You ain't alone. You're not alone. I'm not gonna say it like I'm a saint.
Right. But you know, you learn some things on the way if you survive through those times. You know,
that's a fact.
You know, a lot of people that haven't survived to even learn from it. And now I'm the owner of a trading company, Magnum Opus Trading. Also own Platinum Farms 215, which is dealing with health and herbs and you know, natural remedies and such. We sell plants also, smoothies, drinks.
That was there the other day.
Trying to uplift, you know, us as a people. I don't want to just say black people because it's for all of us. You know, culturally in America, we need to take care of ourselves. And then I have Talk of the Culture Media, which, you know, I'll be blasting this off, let y'all be aware of what's going on with my guy.
Facts. Shout out to Talk of the Culture, man.
Yes, sir. And I authored a book, the Blue Money book, last year, which is doing all right. Got 5 stars on Amazon. So make sure y'all go get that by Anthony Harvey, a.k.a. Ant Mack 215.
So listen, you say that you own Magnum Opus. What is Magnum Opus? Tell us what Magnum Opus is.
Okay, Magnum Opus is a trading company. I teach economics. We do group trading or investing. And just letting people be aware of the economy and how money works. You know, because a lot of us we make money, but we don't understand money. We don't understand how it's created,
Right.
how it works. You know, the people hear about inflation, but they don't understand it.
What inflation is? That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I just like to give awareness to that, and also educate our people on how to invest and make more money.
So how can someone, like, let's say if somebody wants to join Magnum Opus, how can they get in touch with you with that?
Of course, I'm on all the social media platforms. They could DM Magnum Opus Trading, or you could go to Magnum Opus Trading LLC.com.
Facts. So how long Magnum Opus been up and running for?
5 years.
5 years? That's cool. That's
I
good.
came home 5 years ago. So
Okay.
right at that.
Oh, so coming home 5 years, you went right into trading.
Yeah.
So having after your jail sentence, or your jail stint, coming home, what made you go into trading?
Okay, so I was trading from jail.
All right, so let me re-ask the question. How did you start trading from jail?
So again, like I come from a drug background,
Right.
and even before I got arrested for, which was a homicide case in Johnstown.
Okay.
We'll get into that
Another time. Mm-hmm.
That's a long, drawn out.
Don't worry.
Story. But I sold a lot of drugs. So a lot of the people that I was in jail with in the county was either somebody that bought drugs off me or I was serving them drugs.
Okay.
And there was this Greek guy named Ziggy. His family owned like this big mall, and they sold it for like $50 million or whatever. So they used to just get him money, and he'd come, buy the drugs. But anyway, I'm locked up with him. So he keeps getting the USA Today, the New York Times. He getting all the stock newspapers.
Right.
He's looking at the
Financials.
stocks. So I'm like, why you keep looking at these stocks? You don't know nothing about this. You got to keep money. I got a lot of money in here. I got to make sure everything's good. So I'm like, Dan, teach me about it. He's like, all we do is just watch what you niggas spend money on. He didn't say niggas, but that's basically
What it's saying.
And then a light bulb went off in my head. Like, you're right. So that let me know that we make the stock market move.
Right.
Most majority companies. I ain't talking about like pharmaceuticals or electric company. I'm talking about the main produced companies like Facebook, Amazon,
Instagram,
Louis Vuitton, like Nike. We make these things happen.
Right.
Like, how people
what are consumers?
Right. Because we're the consumers. So we know ahead of time because we set the trends, not just that we're consumers.
Right.
As black people, we set the trends. Mm-hmm. And then white people, those in corporate America take advantage of that.
That's a fact.
But they don't know before we do because we set them.
That's a fact.
So why wouldn't I have a head start on what to invest in? And I take, for example, so when I was learning it, I always tell this story. Every time I would call home from jail in like 2010, I'm like, what y'all doing? 11. And they'd be like, on Netflix. Because people, we just got out of the recession. People can't afford cable. They ain't paying no cable bill. Because just before that brink of Netflix really taking off.
Right.
Wasn't no other streaming companies. Then you go play your game and watch Netflix off the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They didn't have no shows or anything like that. So I'm paper trading, which is like acting like you have money in these companies. So I'm like coming from a drug background. I'm like, all right, if I would have took 6,000, because at the time Netflix was $6 a share.
Right.
And in 2 weeks it was $12. So as a drug dealer, I'm like, damn, I would have doubled my money.
That fast.
That fast.
Shucks.
$6, and I ain't take no shorts like dealing
Nothing.
with people.
Straight cheese.
Cash.
Uh-huh.
So I'm calling people, yo, you gotta get into it. They like, this guy's crazy. He's up there losing his mind talking about stocks. I don't know about none of that. This 2011, 12. Mind you, within 6 months, it goes to like $50. So I'm like, dang, 6,000. You know what I mean?
You would have been up.
And now I'm thinking like, oh, it's too late to buy.
But it's never too
In a
late.
year, it went to $150. Your 6,000 would have been 150,000 in a year, and nobody they wouldn't have been telling nobody. The neighborhood ain't know. You know when you selling drugs, everybody know you making money.
Right.
Somebody got to buy it off you,
That's a fact.
and they gonna tell somebody like it's just too
Yeah.
much going on. Too many variables. But with that being said, in 2 years it was at $700. Then they split the stock in half. So 6,000 with it in 2 years we went to 700,000.
So did you ever get in?
Not Netflix.
Not Netflix.
I mean, I did eventually get in
Okay.
years later, but I'm just saying that was an example of
When you was in
why I need to be into it and investigate more of how stocks work. So trading isn't the all; it's investing into companies that you know will last 5 to 10 years from now is what you ideally look for.
So in stocks, you play the invest in whole game.
I do it all.
Okay. So you do puts.
I do puts, calls, butterflies, straddles.
But hold on, what's a butterfly? Hold on, slow down. Yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah, you gotta tell me what the butterfly is. I only know puts in.
It's hard to explain. It would be like getting a put and a call at the same time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's no chart though.
Where you could. I mean, yeah, everything is off the chart.
No, not no chart. Like, so what's the other thing I'm talking about? Like the candlesticks. It ain't like candlesticks.
That's patterns and charts.
Okay.
Patterns and charts, like anything, you can be changed.
Right.
So it's nothing is accurate. If that was the case, we all be rich. You know what I mean? Like people would be like, "Oh, he take out the trash every Wednesday at 11 o'clock," so they know your pattern.
Right.
But say you don't come out that Wednesday
at 11,
you sick or something, whatever the case may be, it's
over.
So that changes. The what they would call it, the pattern. You know what I'm saying? And everything in life has some sort of pattern. Sometimes that could change by natural law.
So would you say all, let's say our people should get into stocks?
I think our people should get into investing. So stocks isn't for everybody.
Right.
But people have a problem with risk, right?
That's a fact.
But they wake up and drive a car every day.
Taking a risk. I like that analogy.
I mean,
I love it.
Really, we take a risk with everything that we do. It's just that what risk are you willing to take? Now, but you'll risk buying this iPhone and upgrading it $1,000 when you could just invest $1,000 with Apple and get some of that money back.
And
that would be ideally smart. If you would have invested in Apple 15 years ago, $1,000, you'll be a millionaire today.
That's a fact. Because I invested in Apple
at
a point in time.
Like, yeah, but that's too long. You only have $1 million.
All you got is time.
You might not have it 10 years from now.
Right.
So why not take the risk? And you don't have to. So people think that you have to have money like.
Bulk load. No, you don't need a bulk load.
In today's time, you could do increments.
Yeah.
$50 every week or every month or whatever.
Right.
Still some extra money that you'll get back more than what the bank will give you.
That's
bank gonna charge you on your money.
And give you the lowest rates.
Absolutely.
Crazy. So let's talk about Platinum Farms 215.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what made you get into the whole Platinum Farms 215, the holistic, the health? What made you? Because investing. Not saying it's too different, but investing, jumping from trade stocks and all that, but to opening up a store full-fledged, like you just went right in. You ain't do no home, nothing. You got a whole brick and mortar. You know what I'm saying? Right. What made you do the transition or addition, I should say, because you still are trading. So what made you add on to the?
Just being health conscious. Like my dad, he does yoga, and he always introduced me to like different herbs and you know what I'm saying, history of that nature, like would keep us strong. And then of course that coincides with the wealth, health and wealth. You know what I mean? In order to enjoy the wealth, you need your health. And some people, they squander so much money and then end up dying and never enjoying it. You know what I mean? But I got introduced to this situation through a friend, my man Howard James, Mr. 102, and he's actually the owner of the building and the store.
Okay.
And he was, once we, build a relationship, he's like, you might as well just be a partner with me. You know what I mean? I do X, Y, Z, just come, go half. You know what I mean? I was introduced through another partner, my man Chaz Diabo, who I knew from rap background. And it just all worked out, you know what I'm saying? Because we all thinking for the same goal.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's entrepreneurship and bettering our brotherhood and really practicing black economics, not just talking about it. Like how you came through the story, you know what I'm saying? That's practicing.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, I enjoy myself being at the store, man. I like seeing the plants. That smoothie you made me. What was that? What was that?
Ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha.
Yes,
when y'all go to the Platinum Farms, make sure y'all ask for the ashwagandha, man. What is ashwagandha? Tell me that again.
Ashwagandha is like it's a herb that's a natural steroid. It gives you energy. It helps your liver, digestion. It has a lot of good properties and remedies that helps you maintain health. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. That's what's up. So can you call yourself like a chemist when it comes to the, because you said you're growing plants too,
I mean, we all have these things. You know what I mean? It's nothing that we can't do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, do I have like a chemist background? No, I didn't have a chemist background selling drugs, but I was good at it.
Bars.
Put something together, you find out what properties,
Right.
The stove, microwave, but no, I ain't going to, because I get into glory days, right?
No, right.
But, instead of poisoning our people, I'm just trying to give back and now heal our people and heal myself in the process, because I'm learning more each day. People ask questions. Now I got to, because I don't like to be wrong.
Yo, listen, you said something that stuck with me right there. You said, I'm trying to heal my people and myself. You don't hear that a lot. You don't hear people saying, they always saying I'm trying to do it for my people, but don't include this. This man said, yo, I'm including myself. Yo, that's deep. That's deep right there.
What made me, and I did a detox like not that long ago. It was a crazy job. And what came out of my body, it was just like, wow, that's what I was carrying all this time, just through the herbs, you know what I'm saying? And having people that like, all right, you take this, you take this, take this. And really like,
right.
People could give you a placebo and you can heal yourself. I can give you a glass of water and tell you it's holy water. If you believe it enough,
right,
you're going to be healed. But when you see things that you have doubt and it's still working, you be like, oh, no, this is
real deal. It's real deal. So, yeah, I'm going to have to come see you for that then. I'm going to have to come see you.
And we don't, like, if I don't have it, I direct people to other black businesses that do have it. You know what I'm saying? Which usually people don't do. Right. I'm not giving nobody else the business. Let's go get it. But
yo, that's the worst mentality, yo, you can ever have, yo.
Yeah, Coca-Cola don't do that with Pepsi.
That's the worst mentality, because that's what's like, that's that crab in the barrel.
Yes.
That's exactly that crab in the barrel mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like me, if you know me, Frenchie Rose, if I got something that I can't do for myself, I'm gonna put you on. Right. I'm gonna give you the game, whatever. Cause you know why? I might not get that right then and there when I put it on to you, but it's gonna come back another time from someone else just by me looking out. So all y'all over there, y'all gatekeepers and all that, man, like y'all pulling people back and trying to hold us back, but don't worry, the information, I'm gonna put it out there. That's right. The whole reason why I created this Black Wall Street podcast, because I'm rebuilding Black Wall Street one entrepreneur at a time, man. I got the people. I made the connections. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring them up on this show like Mr. Ant Mack.
I love what you're doing, man.
And yo, listen, man, shout out to you. You don't know that you put me on your stage when you did the first Magnum Opus meetup. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to post that. You're right. For the ladies. And I was talking for the ladies. You put me on the mic. Shout out to you for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to post that on a later date to let people know, because I still got that footage.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
This year, and that was my first event like that. So I appreciate you for coming through.
Man, listen, how about this, man? How about I'm gonna talk to Katika and mom your business. Maybe y'all could do it here.
I heard
downstairs. You know what I'm saying? The last spot was cool,
right.
But if we could do it here where we could have other people that we got the resources and all that, so you could do trading. We got the Black Business Directory, Katika. We got Mom Your Business with the programs they got, fractional and ramp up. Yo, let's just do it here, man.
Let's do it, man. I'm willing to do whatever it takes, man, to help our people and to give out the information. Like, we gotta keep our foots on their neck, man. We in the world of. See, that's the scary part of learning economics as well. It's like, this is real.
Right.
And people think it's not real. And they're not going to think it's real until they shutting shit down again, telling you can't come outside.
Mm-hmm. And then you're going to be lucky and wishing that you had Wi-Fi money somewhere. Sitting on your computer. Yeah, that's what I call it, Wi-Fi money. There's a lot of, shout out to the people that's at home that could just go on these devices right here and make money. I'm one of those individuals. Shout out to 5 Digital Guys. Get your 5 Digital braces at 5digitalguys.com. You know what I'm saying? If you want some herbs, I know you could go on his website. You could buy the herbs. He's going to ship it right to your door. You dig what I'm saying? So, listen, man. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Y'all heard it here first. Magnum Opus is going to be coming soon. What we going to call it? Magnum Opus 2?
Make a new name. Let's call it something.
Don't worry. We're going to figure it out.
Use your good brain and my good brain, and we put it together.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
For the young guys.
For the ones that don't have no women at home. Pause. You feel me? But listen, man, this is Frenchie Rose, and this is our guest, Mr. Ant Mack, and this is the Black Wall Street Podcast, man. Signing
Black
off.
Wall Street Podcast.